they can kind of pop in where we end up. Hi, my name is Brittany Yandel, and I am the Senior Academic Advisor who works with students in the digital design programs at Tulane. Whether that's post-bac or undergrad, you will be working with me quite a bit. So just a little bit about Tulane and SOPA. So Tulane was founded in 1834, and SOPA, or as it's called now, SOPA, was first founded in 1886. We offered our first continuing education courses in 1886, and that has continued on through this day. SOPA has been known by a few different names. It was most previously the School of Continuing Studies, and as you know it now, it is the School of Professional Advancement. Our school was originally founded to offer classes to full-time working teachers. And since then, as you know, our programs have expanded quite a bit. We offer a lot more now than just teaching. You're here for digital design, so we have very much expanded since 1886. And I'm looking forward to telling you more about this program. So at SOPA, we offer a couple different ways to take courses. You can take courses online or on campus. We have a couple of fully online courses in the design program, one of which is the history of graphic design, so I'll talk more about that later, but if you're on the graphic design track, you can expect to take that one fully online. We also have courses on campus. We have 3 new digital design labs that were just built within the last year and a half. They are beautiful. They are fully equipped with everything you will need for the design program. And we also have a new offering, which is the CEL, or the compound classroom. So CEL is a pretty cool and unique program that we're starting to offer. Basically, you will meet so we'll have a class that meets on ground from, say 6 to 8:50 on Tuesday nights. You will meet, if you're in the CEL classroom, you will meet virtually from 6 to 8:50. So you will still be in the classroom with the other students, but you will be virtual. So we have about 5 or 6 students per class who are able to do this compound CEL. This will be the first semester this fall that we're going to be offering it, and we're really excited to see how it works. We also have a lot of day, night, and weekend classes available. So as I said before, we really cater to working professional adults. So we have a lot of courses that are offered late afternoon, a lot of weekend classes, night classes, and again, online classes. So online learning at SOPA, pre-COVID, we were already pretty well set on the online side of things. So online courses, you will not be left out to dry. If you haven't had an online class in a while, I'll go over a little bit what that looks like. You'll have access to all of your learning materials. Like I said before, if you're in any of the live classes, the CEL classes, you will meet live virtually with the other students in the on-ground classrooms. If you are taking a fully online course, you may have synchronous sessions. So you'll be expected to meet once or twice during the semester online live with your other classmates. You might go over a specific discussion. Your professor might break you into groups for some one-on-one peer learning. A lot of different ways that we keep you engaged even in the online courses. As I mentioned, discussion boards. We have a lot of discussion boards available. We also just have some social discussion boards in your classes for students who might want to spitball ideas, or hey, let's talk about this in our next synchronous session. A lot of teachers will open up discussion board areas for students to collaborate in that way. And you'll also, online is a really great way to collaborate with people from all over. So if you are in one of the traditionally online classes, you could be in classes with people who are in New York, California, Montana, who knows? So it gives you the ability to connect with people all over the country and all over the world. So the depth of our online learning, we have 8 master's degrees, 11 graduate certificates, 4 post-bac certificates, and 320 courses, all of which were developed to be taught online. And with that, we have over 190 faculty who are trained specifically in online instruction. So again, SOPA really does take online learning really seriously. We want to make sure that we are offering students everything that they would be getting on ground in an on-ground class. So digital design specifically, the overall mission of the design program is to really prepare students to leave to graduate and to leave the program ready to jump into the industry. We work really with you throughout the entire time to develop your portfolio, to develop your professional practices. We'll have lower and upper level reviews, which you'll learn about a little bit more as you get through the program, which will require you to build portfolios and present your portfolios. So we really work to build students and prepare students to really just jump right into the industry and to be knowledgeable and ready to go. In addition to all of that, we also have faculty that are really hands-on in the industry. They're still working in the industry. Our game art and interactive design faculty are still very much active in their careers outside of just teaching. So we have a lot of faculty and alumni relations that really help also prepare you for that post-grad time. We have two different routes in graphic design. So we have the Bachelor's of Arts, which is the traditional 120 credit program. And we also have the post-bac certificate in digital design. So that would be for students who have already earned a bachelor's degree and maybe want to come back and hone in on one specific skill or one specific program. So a little bit about the post-bac. What is a post-bac? So a post-bac certificate is made up of 10 courses. So as I said, post-bacs have already completed a bachelor's degree. You're coming back to take 10 courses to really focus on one specific area. We have a traditional matriculation guide for all three areas, which are graphic design, interactive design, and game art. However, post-bacs have a lot of leeway in the program. As we said before, we really want to prepare you for the post-grad experience. So if there's a really specific area that you want to be involved in, you can take those 10 classes that you need for the post-bac and really pick and choose which courses would help you most post-graduation. So while we do have a traditional matriculation guide that you're more than welcome to follow, if you see courses being offered that you really think would help you more than something that's on that matriculation guide, you have the leeway and the power to work with Dr. Garcia, the program director, to really customize your post-bac plan. So that is one of the benefits of the post-bac certificate. So the graphic design track, on the right, these are some examples of student work. I believe that the celebration was in the Design for Good class, which Design for Good is when the class is given something in the area or a company in the area that they are putting out work for. So a nonprofit, or for instance, this was a Mucolata festival, so they did this for free to help, earn money for the festival. So these are just two examples, but the graphic design track, you'll see the courses listed on the left. These are the traditional courses for the graphic design track. And again, we can always work with you to customize what it is you really need to get out of the track, but you can expect history of graphic design, which I talked about earlier, typography, Design Studio 1 and 2, those are for sure classes that you'll take, the foundation courses. And again, we'll discuss the specifics once you get in the program and get rolling. The interactive design track, so interactive design is more user experience. So you'll see on the right, this was an app that was created by one of our interactive design students. This is kind of like a dating app, but it is to find an animal that you want to adopt. So, you can swipe and pick animals and, customize it to what you're looking for in a pet. So this is just one example of one of our interactive design projects. And again, you'll see here the traditional courses for interactive design. The big ones here are Digital Narrative Studio 1 and Motion Studio 1. Those are really big on the interactive track. We have a lot of new courses being built on the interactive track, so you might see more course offerings in the next couple of semesters that aren't listed here, so definitely be on the lookout for those. Game art and animation, we are one of the only programs in the area right now that is offering this track. We have faculty that are in game art currently. They work, in a game art field during the day and they teach with us at night. They are really hands-on in the field. The networking that you can get from these professors, I can't speak to it enough. The game art track is big and going to take off, pretty soon. It's very specific. You do not have as much leeway with this major, post-bac or undergrad. Because game art is so specific, there are certain courses that you will need to take. So again, these courses are listed on the left here. And again, not so much leeway with this major. We might, as electives become available, we might be able to make certain substitutions, but you can expect a pretty straightforward track if you're following game art and animation. So the faculty, this is just kind of a general overview to show you who we have on board with us. So Dr. Amanda Garcia, she is the program director. She is so knowledgeable on so many different subjects in design. If you haven't already had, a one-on-one conversation with her, I would really recommend it, especially once you get going in the program. If you're unsure about what you want to do career-wise or major-wise, she is just a hub of information. So definitely schedule some time to talk with her. Just a couple of the other faculty members, Josh Dirtberg, he is on the game art faculty side. He's a leading animator for InXile Entertainment. Peter, I'm gonna say his last name wrong, Jufria, who is an award-winning motion designer. And then we also have Samantha Barnes, who is a very well-known and respected interactive designer and web developer. These are just a couple of the other faculty that we wanted to highlight. We have recently started offering copywriting classes. So we have John Carr, who is an award-winning copywriter, and he's taught now 2 different copywriting courses for us and hopefully more to come. We've got Jessica Peterson, who runs the Southern Letterpress. If you take Letterpress Studio with her, you can expect to actually be at the Letterpress Studio in New Orleans doing letterpress work. Rebecca Carr, who you will probably have a lot of classes with, especially if you are on the graphic design track. And we also have Aisha Champagne. And Aisha Champagne also works for Tulane and does a lot of our publications, so also very well connected. So student experience beyond the classroom. I already mentioned that we have, award-winning faculty. They're very involved in the industry, very hands-on. Aside from that, we also have AIGA membership. So that is for graphic designers. And I can't speak much to this, but I can send you a lot of more information. But you'll meet kind of monthly. There is a wide national network for AIGA. We also have the ADDIE Awards, which is, it's local and national. We actually just went to the national ADDIE Awards this past year for the first time and swept it. We also, the year before, went to the local ADDIE Awards and also swept that. We also have annual designers come in from in the field to give lectures and special topics, presentations, things like that. So we offer a lot of student experience beyond the classroom. You're not just going to be taking courses and doing the work and graduating. You're going to be connected with people in the industry. You're going to be constantly learning outside of the classroom. You're going to have a lot of resources available to you. So for student success and support, I am going to let the Director of Advising, Amanda Hassan, jump on and speak a little bit to this.
All right, so in terms of the student support that you receive as a SOPA student, we have a whole team of academic advisors, and we actually partner directly with the program directors who are considered your major advisor. And so we work together to develop academic plans, check sheets, anything that will make your transition through SOPA very seamless. And so we work together as a team. You also will get very great career advice. We have a career advisor at SOPA who works with students on resume writing. She does webinars as well, and she brings in local and sometimes even national industry folks to come in and speak with students. We have a host of, again, expert faculty who come from industry and who will help to navigate you through different things, not only through your class, but if you're interested in different jobs, if you're interested in different career tracks, working with your faculty, your program director on those different things. So it makes it a whole lot easy for you guys. Another thing is working with your peers. So the students that are in the classroom with you, a lot of them are working in the field, and so they can bring a lot to the table and actually help you out as well. And so you'll also get connected to them once they graduate. They'll become alumni. They'll get connected to you. Once you graduate, you'll get connected with newer students as well that come in through SOPA. And so having that experience not only with us as academic advisors, with your program director, with the career advisor, but also having connections with your peers and alumni is very key to get you where you need to go for your career. So applying is very easy. There's an online application, and you can fill that out. There is an undergraduate admissions fee. However, the fee will be waived for participating in this webinar. Make sure that you have a current photo ID that you can upload, and also have your transcripts handy. So if you have unofficial transcripts and you're able to upload them just so that we can start reviewing things, that would be great. While you're working on getting your official transcripts sent over from either if it's your high school or if it's another college, it can be sent electronically to SOPA records at tulane.edu, or it can be mailed directly to SOPA. Right now, obviously, email is the best way, but I know that there are some schools that still do everything old school. So it's best if you're able to get those in as soon as possible. But again, having it handy, if you already do, and having it uploaded will actually help your application move through a little bit quicker. So the application deadlines for fall is August 1st. If you're really wanting to start this coming August, fall 2020. If you want to start next spring, January 1st, and then next summer, May 15th. So there are all different types of financial aid that is available to you. The tuition for all undergraduate is $524 per credit hour, and mostly all of our courses are 3 credits, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 courses. And so your academic advisor can give you that information in terms of which courses are worth which credit types. But for the most part, this is exactly how much it would be. In order for you to qualify for, any type of aid, you do need to be enrolled in at least 6 credits, so 2 classes, in order to receive some aid. You have to make sure that you fill out the FAFSA in order to find out what you qualify for. And the different types of aids that you may qualify for are grants, loans, and keep in mind that we do offer discounts. So 20% discount if you are active military, for veterans, teachers, and first responders. If any of those apply to you, then you can apply for those discounts. But the biggest thing here, the biggest takeaway, is to make sure that you fill out your FAFSA and determine exactly what you're eligible for, so that way you know exactly what types of classes you would want to register for and when. So credits for prior learning. This is when you may have a lot of work already behind you or experience behind you, and you want to apply them towards your education for credit. As a bachelor's degree, you can receive up to 24 credits in prior learning. You would do a portfolio assessment. And then after the portfolio assessment, you would have 6 months to build an actual course with a faculty member. And you will have some type of an examination or some type of a portfolio that you would be building. And then you will actually receive that credit. It is treated as the same equivalent to a transfer credit. So if you're a student who's been to college before and you're looking to transfer credits in, but you also want to get credits for your experience that you've done before, talk to your academic advisor and even the program director as well, just to make sure that you know exactly how many credits you would want to earn for past experience versus what you want to come in for transfer credits, because you wouldn't be able to apply both and exceed the maximum of 60 credits, you would have to apply them both equivalently. So we would work with you there to figure that out. If you're coming for the post-bac, then you would be able to do up to 9 credits of the credits for prior learning. So again, we'll work with your academic advisor and the program director to see which specific areas meet your need in terms of those credits applying towards your degree. So if you have any additional questions, here we have Dr. Amanda Garcia's information. Please don't hesitate to reach out to her with any questions that you have specifically about the digital design program. Brittany, who is here, who is the lovely academic advisor, she'll work with you on any of those things that are not major specific. So if you have questions about your transfer credits, if you have questions about how many courses you should be taking and when, she can work with you on that. And then Dr. Garcia can work with you on when you should start taking those major courses for design.
Does anyone have any questions while we're here? Thank you, Amanda. Okay, so it looks like we have a question. For the average post-bac student, what is the balance between courses and working full-time or part-time for each? Okay, so if you are working full-time and you're doing post-bac, I would recommend maybe starting with 2. Now that is saying keep the drop deadline in mind. So each semester we do have certain deadlines in place so that you can maybe start with 2 classes, give it a week, see if you think you can manage those 2, and drop down before those drop deadlines. We have a drop deadline for 100% refund, 75, 50%, and 25%. So if you're working full-time, I would say 2 or below maybe to start with. If you're working part-time, I would say 2 to 3 to start with and kind of go from there. For our students who are not working at all, you can take 3 to 4, maybe even up to 5 classes. These are undergraduate level classes. They aren't graduate level even in the post-bac. So, if you are a post-bac student, try and remember how many credits you took in a semester in undergrad and how you were able to manage that, and maybe go from there. Any other questions, concerns, anything at all? Feel free to jump off of mute. There's not too many of us here, so if you do have a question. Okay, well, it was great meeting you guys virtually. My email address is in the chat, so is the SOPA Records email address, and also Dr. Garcia's. That's Amanda Garcia at tulane.edu. So if you have any questions or concerns at all, please feel free to reach out to one of us, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you. Bye.